Aaron Blabely is from New Zealand, and if you are ever having a bad day, go look for the read aloud of Thelma the Unicorn. He does it with his beautiful Australian, New Zealand accent, and it's just such a great book. And basically, Thelma the Unicorn is the story of a donkey who felt a little sad and forlorn, and she gets covered in sparkles, and pink paint, and people start to think she's a unicorn. And so she's famous, and she gets the fame is my favorite line in the story. And it's really all about, you know, getting what you want, but maybe not what you really need. She finds that fame is very lonely, and that you know, people want her to do certain things and be a certain way. And in the end of the book, she just wants to be with her friends. So I kind of love this one because it's just such a great story about, you know, it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside and what's really important. So this one is a great one by Aaron Blabely. It is a paperback exclusive at $4.99. So I think that's fantastic to add to your libraries, along with any of the other ones. My new favorite, this is Ross Barak and the Very Impatient Caterpillar. And we all know what it's like to be impatient to get somewhere. Well, it's just the same way for caterpillars as they're metamorphosizing into butterflies, because that takes some time. So the first thing that this caterpillar needs to do is put himself into a chrysalis and wait. Am I there yet? Am I a butterfly yet? What about now? What about now? Now, it's one of those that's going to be amazing interactive reading. It's also a fantastic book on science, telling everyone about metamorphosis of butterflies and caterpillars. And I just think this one is really great. And my favorite one is, what do butterflies do once they become a butterfly? Well, they migrate. So what's the next question? When we're migrating, are we there yet? So I think this one is a fun one to read, and I think it's going to be a great, fun, interactive book with the kids, with a choral reading and that sort of thing.
That also ties into first grade because they do the chrysalis as part of their class.
Awesome. So first graders are going to all want to know that one, so I think that's a great one. I just love, thank you, Mr. Panda, just because I think manners are definitely an important part, and we do need to teach everyone that it's just nice to say thank you. But also, sometimes we get something from somebody, and it isn't exactly what we expected. So, in this case, there's a present for Mouse, but it's too big. But it's the thought that counts. And that's a wonderful thing to remember whenever anything happens. It's the thought that counts. So I really just love having these. I just think they're a great reminder for everybody, and it's just a great introduction for the school year or any time of year, just to remind kids that being polite is a nice thing to do. So that one's another one of my favorites as a paperback. And last but not least, again, just in general, kindness. You know, if you can be anything, be kind. That's what this really is it's try a little kindness, and it gives kids different ways that they can be kind, you know. Be the last in line. We all want to be first, but be the last in line. It's a fun way to kind of think about it. And I do kind of love, for us grown-ups, the inside jokes, you know, Red Rover, calling the chicken over to the foxes. I think that's kind of a cute one. So there's a little subtle, fun stuff for us grown-ups as we're reading this as a read aloud. So this is fantastic. It's just different ways that you can be kind and how you can just show kindness. And kindness is such a big theme that we actually have a whole new section on Choose Kindness that I'll be getting to later. So look for that in our next segment.